90.3 FM. My name is Chioma Innocent, and here are the top stories. Manhunt intensifies for suspect who killed Trump ally Charlie Kirk. DSS arraigns Ansaru commanders for alleged terrorism. Nigerian doctors declare 5-day nationwide warning strike, and EFCC releases Mele Kyari after interrogation. Details now. Thank you for staying tuned. The world news at 12 begins outside Nigeria, where heavily armed police continue to search for a suspect in the fatal shooting of influential conservative activist Charlie Kirk during a busy event at Utah Valley University. The campus remains in lockdown as police roam the area searching for the shooter, who fired a single shot hitting Kirk in the neck as he was speaking at the outdoor student event. The 31-year-old founded Turning Point USA, a group that seeks to spread conservative ideas on American campuses, when he was still a teenager. President Donald Trump called Kirk a patriot and said his death was a dark moment for America. Police confirmed that 2 people were taken into custody for interrogation but released after finding no current ties to the shooting with either of the individuals. Back home in Nigeria, the Department of State Services (DSS) has arraigned 2 senior commanders of Ansaru, a proscribed terrorist organization. The suspects are Mahmoud Usman, also known as Abu Bara Abbas Mukhtar, and his deputy Mahmoud Al-Nigeri, also called Malam Mahmouda. The DSS filed the 32-count charge against them at the Federal High Court in Abuja. The suspects allegedly attacked Nigerian Army's Wawa cantonment in Kainji, Niger State, in 2022. Causing mass casualties. They also allegedly received training in weapons handling, war tactics, and improved explosive device IED fabrication from terrorist camps. The suspects are also accused of receiving training in war tactics from a terrorist organization in Mali. Security officials allege that Mahmouda trained in Libya between 2013 and 2015 under foreign jihadist instructors. Justice Emeka Nwite is presiding over the arraignment of the suspect at the Federal High Court in Abuja. The DSS accuses the commanders of masterminding the July 2022 Kuje prison attack, which freed more than 600 inmates. National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu recently confirmed the arrest during coordinated security operations. Still on the world news at 12 right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. The National Association of Resident Doctors has declared a 5-day warning strike starting from Friday, September 12, 2025 to press home their demands. This was confirmed in a statement today by the General Secretary, Association of Resident Doctors, Federal Capital Territory Administration, Agbo Afyong. The decision to embark on a strike was reached after the NAD online National Executive Council meeting on Wednesday, which extended to the early hours of today. Earlier, NAD President Oshundara Zenit told journalists that its members plan to shut down the country's public hospitals to demand action over poor working conditions, shortage of power, downgrading of certificates, poor remuneration, and other reasons. You will recall that the FCT Association of Resident Doctors is currently on a 7-day warning strike, which started on Monday this week. Meanwhile, former Group Managing Director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL), Mele Kyari, has left the headquarters of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) after he was interrogated over financial matters during his time in office. Kyari was seen walking into the headquarters of the Anti-Graft Agency in Abuja at about 2:15 p.m. on Wednesday. The EFCC had approached the Federal High Court in Abuja seeking a 60-day freeze order to complete the investigation. But Justice Emeka Nwite limited the freeze period to 30 days with the option of a renewal if necessary. The court in August ordered the temporary freezing of 4 J's bank accounts linked to Mele Kyari over allegations of fraud. Justice Nwite made the order after counsel for the EFCC Ogechi Ujam moved an ex-parte motion asking the court to freeze the account in the interim pending the conclusion of investigations by the Commission. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has faulted what it described as premature campaigns by political parties and candidates in the lead up to the 2027 elections. INEC Chairman Yakubu Mahmood, who spoke at a one-day stakeholders roundtable on premature political campaigns organized by the Electoral Institute at its headquarters in Abuja, highlighted the Commission's major challenge in tackling the issue: a gap in the electoral legal framework, citing Section 94, subsection 1 of the Electoral Act 2022, which stipulates the 150-day campaign period. Yakubu revealed that there is no sanction whatsoever concerning breaches for campaigns earlier than 150 days to an election. Therein lies the challenge for the Commission. The INEC chief said the actions undermine the Commission's ability to track campaign finances, limit as politicians, prospective candidates, and third-party agents expend large amounts of money that cannot be effectively monitored. Meanwhile, INEC has recognized the leadership of the African Democratic Congress (ADC), led by former Senate President David Mark. The development was displayed on the INEC website, which indicated Mark as the party's chairman. The federal government has said that Nigeria is on course to achieve a sustainable power sector and ensure stable electricity for citizens. Minister of Power Adebayo Adelabu, who made this known on Wednesday in Abuja during the inauguration of a two-story facility at the National Power Training Institute of Nigeria, NAPTIN. The project includes 5 training workshops and a 104-room hostel. Adelabu commended NAPTIN and stakeholders in the sector, stressing that the nation was heading in the right direction and would soon attain sustainability. According to him, Nigerians are already experiencing improvements. In his words, this administration has witnessed the highest generation of power ever in the history of this country. We have seen the highest transmissions, stable transmission infrastructure, and we have seen improvement in our distribution infrastructure. In no time, we are going to witness the country where there is 24/7 uninterrupted power supply. This is possible as we have seen the signs. End quote. You're still listening to the World News at 12 right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. We'll take a short break and return with more news and the news analysis segment. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Now, thugs allegedly loyal to the All Progressives Congress (APC) have attacked members of the African Democratic Congress (ADC) during the ward meeting in Ondo State. The incident, which occurred on Wednesday at Ward 8 in Akure South local government area, left 3 ADC members injured while several others narrowly escaped. Confirming the attack to journalists, ADC chairman in the state, Asiwaju Wole Ademoyegun, described the development as a brazen act of political intimidation. He disclosed that the injured members have been rushed to the hospital for urgent medical attention. Ademoyegun told journalists that the matter was reported at the B Police Division at Okearo before being taken up to the area command in the state. He noted that the ward meeting was being held in Akure South local government when some hoodlums believed to be sympathizers of the APC stormed the venue and attacked members. He noted that the matter has been reported to the police and investigation is ongoing. Despite the severity of the attack, Ademoyegun noted that no arrest had been made, fueling concerns among party members about their safety. In recent months, Nigeria's political climate has grown increasingly volatile, with opposition parties facing escalating threats and violence. Joining me to discuss this issue on the World News at 12 today, I have Dr. Peter Anosike. He's a political and national affairs analyst. Welcome and thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so it doesn't look like we're just coming here and blaming the APC for whatever is happening to the opposition. This particular report was posted on the official ADC handle on X. This is the ADC coalition handle, the African Democratic Congress, with 14.6k followers on X. They posted pictures of their members who were hurt. You can see this person with a wound on the head. You can see another one with cuts to the hand. You can see people bleeding. And this has happened, it started from Kaduna. Then it happened to the AGF Malami in Kebbi State. Then it happened last week to GRV in Lagos, and now in Ondo State. It is pertinent to note that in all of these states where this attack on ADC members have happened, all of these states have APC governors. What exactly is going on? The APC and the PDP were designated as terrorist organizations by a Canadian court. I think that was last month. We discussed that. Are they really moving like terrorists with what you're seeing?
Well, for me, it's a sign of desperation. It is a very big sign of desperation. It simply shows that APC is becoming jittery with the coming of the ADC. And that's what it's supposed to be when you have failed to deliver on your promises to the people. That's what happens when a government fails to deliver what it promises to the people. So what is happening now? APC is jittery of ADC. And that's why all these attacks are coming.
It's quite unfortunate, but the ADC is not the first viable opposition that has showed up against the APC. Just before the 2023 elections, we saw the wave that the Labour Party was riding on because of Obi. As much as all the governors across the state are APC governors, we've not seen any one of them coming out to condemn this attack in their state. We've not seen Governor Sanwo-Olu coming out to condemn the attack on GRV, or the governor of Kaduna State coming out to condemn the attack on El-Rufai, although the Kebbi State governor said he was not involved in whatever happened to the former AGF Malami. But this has happened in Ondo State, and Ayedatiwa is not saying anything. Is there a conspiracy to prevent people, to intimidate people ahead of 2027 so that they are unable to join any opposition gathering?
No, why they have not attacked PDP or LP is because Nelson Wike is doing that work in PDP. And Junior Sabure is doing that work in LP. But they don't have anybody to do that work in ADC. So that's why they are using violence. That is the reason why they are desperate. But it wouldn't take them to anywhere. It will not take them to anywhere. And what they are setting a very bad precedent, because APC don't have monopoly of violence. They don't have monopoly of attack. All they should be doing is go and beg Tinubu to fulfill his campaign promises. That is the only way he can win the heart of the people. Because Nigeria has never had this bad since independence. So I don't see any reason why any reasonable Nigerian will vote for APC in 2027. Or there's somebody who is mentally unstable.
All right, Dr. Peter Anoske, I know that this is not the first time you're talking about people voting for the APC being mentally unstable, but can we just keep it within the bounds?
I'm not saying the opinion of the radio station.
I know that it is your
own opinion.
But
I'm entitled to it.
You can be analytic and critical without being insulting. That's all I'm saying. All right, so let's not get into a spat, because after you leave, they turn on me and say I'm being rude to you.
I cannot separate how I'm feeling from the condition of the country.
As much as I understand how you're feeling due to the condition of the country, I want us to stay within the bounds of the conversation, talking about the violence being meted out to opposition parties. Which is why I pointed out that it's only the ADC that seems to be going through this in different states of the country. It's happened in 4 different states now. What happens with the other 32 states? We've not heard of any ADC gathering being disrupted in Abia State that is being governed by Alex Oti, who is with the Labour Party. We've not seen that happening in Enugu State that's been governed by Governor Peter Amba, who is of the PDP. We've not seen this happen in other states that's also are being governed by APC governors. So what is going on? If this trend continues, and if the state does not say anything, and the people continue to believe that this is state-sponsored violence against the opposition, are you seeing a situation where Nigerians will rise up and say, look, enough is enough? We have the freedom of association as enshrined in the Nigerian constitution.
Well, what they are doing, they are just exposing themselves the more. APC just exposing themselves the more, because it is somebody who doesn't have sense of reasoning that uses violence as an alternative. It is people who don't have sense of reasoning that uses violence as an alternative, so that when my intellect cannot speak, let my action speak. That is what is happening. But as I said, it's not going to take them to anywhere. They are even making themselves feel bad. And for the Lagos and Ondo, it will be seen as a gathering against their brother. Understand? It will be seen as a gathering against their brother. Nobody has any right to attack ADC people in Abia, because APC had not done anything for them in Abia State.
You are beginning to make the issue tribal, but that's not what it is. The people who were attacked in Ondo State, they have no business with whatever is happening in Abia State. But along the lines of everything that has been happening recently, would this actually sway the opposition? Because the APC is the current government in power. If they are being accused of being the ones sponsoring these attacks, even though they are saying in Ondo State, the ADC said that these people are people who are loyal to the APC, meaning they may not have been sent by anyone, but they just moved on their own. In Kebbi State, Malami says, the former AGF Malami says that it was the APC, the governor, in fact, the governor of Kebbi State, the APC government in that state were responsible for that attack. In Kaduna State, El-Rufai blamed the governor as well. In Lagos State, Gbadebo Rodsvival blamed the federal government. Who do we blame in Ondo State?
We blame the members of APC in Ondo State. We blame the members of APC in Ondo State. Whether the governor has a hand in it or not, I don't know. Because the governor is not the chairman of APC in Ondo. There's a very big difference between APC and the governor. So the people that the attackers are members of APC in Ondo. So whether the governor has a hand in it, I don't have any evidence of that.
Well, the ADC has not accused the governor of having a hand in it, but don't you think it will be a good look if he comes out to condemn these attacks? Why are they not coming out to condemn these attacks?
If he's sensible enough, that is what he's supposed to do, to come and disown the people that did that. I did not send them. It's not who we are. It's not what we represent. Nigeria Constitution talks about freedom of association and freedom of movement. So you don't have anybody attacking a gathering, provided that what they are doing is recognized by the Constitution of the country.
Let's start from what's happening online. It's very unfortunate. I personally know quite a number of people who say they want to deactivate their social media accounts because of the level of hate, bigotry, tribalism that they are seeing being spewed there on a daily basis. You see people attacking each other for the littlest things. The very worst one that happened recently was that somebody spelled a particular word, the word Owambe. Then some people came up and said that she's destroying the culture because she spelled it with an M instead of an N. That is why the rest of the world is moving on. Nigerians are arguing the spelling of Owambe. While the rest of the world is moving on, Nigerians are arguing who owns Lagos. Nigerians are arguing about irrelevant things. It has spilled into hate, into bigotry, into irrelevant rhetorics that it seems that we are not concerned about our political climate and what is going on with the political elite in this country. From online, it has spilled down to offline, where we are seeing attacks against the opposition. Do the way we see this behavior of Nigerians, both online and offline, do we look like people who are ready to take back our country, despite all the things that we say?
Well, what you are seeing is a result of unemployment. As we speak, over 80 million Nigerian youths have no job because serious-minded people cannot be wasting their time online arguing over irrelevant issues. So this is an offshoot of unemployment. If the youth are positively engaged, they will not be doing all this. If they are positively engaged, if they have something meaningful doing, they will not be wasting their time arguing over spending of Owambe, and so it's just idle people because government made it so. Government made it so.
Quite unfortunate. I want to quickly talk about the founder of House of Love Church, Reverend Yinka Yusu, who has declared that Obi will win the 2027 elections by securing 30 million votes. He said he will personally help Obi to mobilize Nigerians ahead of the election, saying that there are other strategies being devised to ensure his victory, but he did not tell us what those strategies are. But I want us to quickly take a listen to Reverend Yinka Yusuf for about a minute, then we continue the conversation.
They are talking and putting so much emphasis on Peter Obi's structure on the social media is because they are afraid of the social media. When people begin to talk about the same thing again and again, it's because the thing is attracting their attention. If they are saying Peter Obi's supporters are too busy on the social media and they have no structure outside the social media, they are also too busy noticing them on the social media. And the reason why the social media is the greatest platform, is the strongest platform to bring awareness, because in Nigeria today, even our mainstream journalism has failed. There are very few honest journalists who will come out and tell us the truth of the nation and what is happening, the situation of the nation and the state of the political parties, the executive, the judiciary, the legislative, and all. Nobody is telling us the truth. They are not even telling us the truth about the state of the nation. So we thank God. There are lots of fake news on the social media, but there are lots of true news, and we know how to see them. Leave that to us. We can save the truth from the lies, but the social media is doing a lot. I told people when this thing started that even before Peter Obi began to talk about structure, I spoke about structure, and I told people that I am a structure for Peter Obi, and I forgive a lot of people, thousands of people for Peter Obi. You understand? Because people trust me, people believe in me. So when I tell them that I am supporting Peter Obi, they're like, "Wow! If you are supporting Peter Obi, we will stand for it." All over the world. And the reason is because he is honest. He is like I told people, he is not a saint. He doesn't have it all, but he's a good man. And I trust him. And because I trust him, we are going to stand with him. Now, coming to his campaign strategy, we are going to fix all that. I'm going to get involved in that. We are going to restructure the plans that we have for Peter Obi. Peter Obi will not even believe it. We are going to change the political system. Ladies and gentlemen, there are things you can do. I don't want to say those things on tape because they are secrets. Now there are things we can do that you will win election without any problem. We are in Nigeria. If Peter Obi can get 30 million votes, he has won. And we can conveniently get more than 30 million votes. You have won. If you can get 30 million votes in Nigeria, you have won.
All right, that was the Reverend Yinka Yusuf of the House of Love Church talking about his support for the Labour Party 2023 presidential candidate Peter Obi and how he will again support him in 2027. Not just support him, but also mobilize for him, and that there are strategies in the works. Now, my question for you, Dr. Peter Noske, is it these strategies that are in the works that the APC is scared of, and is that what is causing these attacks on the ADC meetings? And is Obi the fear, or the other forces in the opposition coalition, the people we can call political heavyweights in that coalition, or is Obi the fear?
Well, one, Obi, the Oni of Ife described Obi as a tsunami. So everybody is afraid of the tsunami. That's one important remark that he made, which is about the mainstream media. The truth is that the mainstream media is dying off. Nobody believes the newspapers anymore. And where the action has shifted is on the social media. Because in the mainstream media, you are being censored. But in the social media, you are free. So as we speak, Obi remains the most popular candidate in Nigeria as we speak.
So he's the reason why people are being attacked whenever they gather for ADC meetings?
Because you don't want to lose the sugar in your mouth.
So if Obi leaves the ADC today, these attacks will stop?
That's people who are in APC don't want to lose what they are getting now. It's just about their selfishness. It's about selfishness. They want to continue getting what they are getting at the expense of over 90% of the Nigerian people, which must not continue. So Obi remains the most popular, the most credible politician as we speak. So that's the reason why most Nigerians are supporting him. Opinion polls are being conducted once in a while, and P2B is always leading among the youths. He talked about 30 million votes. We have over 80 million unemployed youths. If you are unemployed, you should be angry. Understand? So if half of that number votes P2B, that's 40 million. He has won.
All right. Because of our time, I want to quickly talk about this breaking news. The court has stopped David Mark and Arraigns from assuming the leadership of the ADC. That's the Federal High Court has issued an interim injunction restraining former Senate President David Mark and ex-Osun State Governor Rauf Arraigns from parading themselves as National Chairman and National Secretary of the ADC, respectively. Now, the order was granted today. It also directed INEC not to recognize them or their associates in those roles, pending the hearing of a motion already filed in the matter. Now, the suit was instituted by nephew Bala Gombe, former Deputy National Chairman of the ADC. He's challenging the recognition of the new leadership by INEC. This person is insisting he remains the authentic chairman of the ADC. This is coming just hours after INEC finally recognized David Mark-led leadership of the ADC.
Well, it is expected that APC will always want to put up a struggle. But who is who in a political party? Supreme Court says it is a family matter.
Wait, you say the APC will want to put up a struggle?
They always want to put up a struggle.
What is the business of the APC in the internal rankings of the ADC and leadership issues?
They are sponsoring all these things.
In the beginning of this conversation, you said that the APC has infiltrated the PDP through Wike, and that the
Labour Party through Julius Abure
have also infiltrated Labour Party through Julius Abure, but they could not find anybody with whom to use to infiltrate the ADC, and that's why they are sponsoring physical violence whenever their meetings arises. So are you not contradicting yourself now?
I'm not.
The APC that is sponsoring.
I'm not. You said this is a breaking news. So
yes, it just happened.
It just happened. So and I want to tell you without mere saying word that APC is behind this.
APC is behind the court's judgment.
Very, very sure that
APC induced the judge to give this kind of judgment.
No, APC is behind the person that went to court.
Okay, so but then what about the court's judgment? You've said before that the Supreme Court says that this thing is a family matter, is a party issue. It should not concern INEC. But INEC has already recognized their leadership just yesterday, and today the court is saying they should no longer recognize. Doesn't that leave INEC and the ADC itself in a limbo? Is that not a cause for confusion?
No. One, they have gone. Somebody has gone to court for an injunction. INEC will go to court and say whether the action that they took is right or wrong. Understand? So this is not going to be easy. There's no way APC will fold their hands. So what they are doing now is expected, but they are not doing it with children. They are not doing it with children. David Mark is a general in the army. 2 times Senate president. So they are not doing it with the obedience. So they are doing what they are supposed to do. But at the end of the day, Nigerian masses will triumph. There must be victory over evil, and APC is that evil. There must be victory of good over evil.
Quite a number of people, and even political analysts like yourself, saw the PDP as evil when there was a clamor for Jonathan to leave the seat of the presidency.
I don't understand that.
You're saying Nigerians recognize evil and APC is the evil. I'm saying that before the victory of good elections,
over evil.
A lot of people saw the PDP as evil, but the same people are now talking from the other side of their mouth and seeing the PDP as the best thing that happened to Nigeria.
No, comparing Jonathan government and with the APC government is like comparing heaven and hell.
You know, there is no evidence to actually back up the fact that the APC might be sponsoring Nafiu Bala. This is someone who has been a member of the ADC and the deputy national chairman. It's just like Mele Kyari, who has been the presidential candidate before now. It's just like Lekki Abejide, who is a House of Reps member under the ADC. All of these are people who have disagreed with the current David Mark leadership.
So are we going to say that they are all
being sponsored by the APC.
Sure.
We continue to blame the APC
Sure.
knowing fully well that there has been riots in the country before they came in.
APC, what?
Hasn't there been riots?
How much was a bag of rice in 2015? How much was a bag of rice in 2015? How much was fuel in 2015? So comparing PDP government and APC government is like comparing heaven and hell.
And is that the reason why we must attribute every single
thing? They are the hell.
Political parties.
They are the hell.
To the APC.
They are the APC is the hell.
So what is the evidence that APC is the one sponsoring Nafi Bala? Because he has every right to have a grievance against that leadership. And he's not the only one who has a grievance. There are other people within the ADC who felt that David Mark, Rauf Aregbesola, Nasir El-Rufai, Rotimi Amechi, Peter Obi, and others came and took over a party that they have been building before now. Recall that we've never heard about the ADC as much as we hear about them now. We've never heard about them being attacked. So it's almost as if this new leadership, as much as it is giving them prominence on one aspect, it's also giving them violence on the other aspect.
No, what happened is that APC became the vehicle for the redemption of Nigeria. And some people are not happy.
Wasn't Nigeria that the same thing Nigerians thought in 2023, that Labour Party has become the vehicle for the redemption? And right now we're seeing everything that's going on.
What is that? Your INEC?
He's also your INEC chairman, Yakubu Mahmood.
APC, Labour Party was on a rescue mission until Yakubu Mahmood and the Supreme Court stopped it. Understand me? In 2023, Labour Party P2B was on a rescue mission to stop this sinking ship called Nigeria.
You are also saying the ADC is now on the same rescue mission.
Sure. That's
with people who have been in power before and were unable to make a difference.
We are their presidents.
At least one of them was a Senate president.
But
some of them have been governors.
But not the commander-in-chief.
Some have been ministers.
Not the commander-in-chief.
What solutions were they able to bring to the problems and the challenges that they saw when they assumed the office?
Power in Nigeria lies with the CNC, commander-in-chief.
Were there any of them who resigned their position because they were unable to pull their weight to do positive things for the people?
You don't resign on a president. It is very, very dangerous. If you know what politics is, you don't resign on a president.
So they would rather sit down there like stooges and puppets, and then when the president is out, they now come back and say, oh, I wasn't able to talk before, but now I can talk.
You don't resign on a president. It is very, very... Security will move after you.
You attribute a lot of the evils in this country to the APC.
Yes, that's what they are.
A lot of the leaders of this coalition have been APC members at one point or the other, with some of them being APC members as early as January this year. And you believe that such a person is on a rescue mission.
We are there C.
So you have to be C to effect a
the C has all the powers, sure. Understand me?
All right.
The CNC has all the powers.
Let's leave this conversation, all right? Let's talk about INEC. INEC is lamenting that many politicians and political parties have started premature campaigns. Meanwhile, campaigns are supposed to start 150 days before the elections. And he says the problem is that in the Electoral Act, there is no sanction whatsoever for breaches to these campaigns. If anyone campaigns earlier than 150 days to an election, there is no sanction for that person. If there's sanction for that person, maybe more and more people would realize that they should not be doing this. The APC has been largely accused of campaigning, turning wherever they go to, where there's tragedy, where there's enjoyment, whether it's a church Thanksgiving, whether it's a naming ceremony, they turn it into a campaign.
No, excuse me. This is International Airport Road. Whose billboard, whose posters do you see on the road? Go to Abuja, go to Port Harcourt. Whose billboard posters do you see? Boname Tinubu. So it is APC that is breaking this rule. It is APC. I've not seen the campaign poster of any other political party. So it is APC that is fronting this rule. Not PDP, not LP, not ADC, not even AAC.
But INEC has said there's nothing they can do about it because there is no sanction for anyone who breaches this rule.
Then they should stop making noise or take it to the National Assembly. These are the two things that they should do. Take it to the National Assembly. Let there be a sanction for whoever starts campaign before 150 days to the election. Or if they cannot do that, then they will keep quiet.
All right, I want to quickly talk for a minute about the EFCC releasing Mele Kyari after interrogations yesterday. He responded to the EFCC investigation. He said he has done his part. It's now time for them to do their part, despite the fact that he unveiled certain refineries as working before he left office, quite similar to what Hadi Sirika did. Both of them are now under the radar after Nigerians have clamored so much for them to be invited by the anti-graft agencies. What do you see coming out of this?
The answer is nothing. The answer is nothing because of the geopolitical zone that he comes from.
Everything must not be tried.
The answer is nothing. Excuse me. Hadi Sirika that you mentioned has been made an emir in Katsina State. Are you aware of it?
Well, if his people are proud of him and proud of the way he served
Are you aware of it? Do you know that of all the people that served under Buhari administration, it is only Godwin Emefiele that have been punished? Mention any other person. Just mention any other person that served under the Buhari administration for 8 years. So nothing is going to come out of it because of where he comes from. If as an Igbo man, they will have taken him from EFCC to Kuje prison. Understand? So nothing is going to come out of it.
Not because he has ties. Or
because of where he comes from. Because of where he comes from. Sure.
And so if
Omar Farouk,
investigations are still ongoing.
Omar Farouk, where is she? Did she spend up to 12 hours in EFCC?
If we ask about Umar Farouk, we'll also be asking about Betta Edo. So would you say she's also geographically disadvantaged?
Where is she from? Is she from the southeast? It's Betta Edo from the southeast. It's Betta Edo an Igbo woman. So we should be. There's no need trying that to paint all this.
No, we cannot continue to chalk everything down.
Nothing will come out of it.
Marginalization.
Yes, that's what Nigerian state is doing. So nothing will come out of it.
All right then. Let's quickly talk about Nigerian doctors declaring a 5-day nationwide warning strike. The Association of Resident Doctors say they are tired of poor welfare, downgrading of certificates, poor working conditions, poor salary payment, and for many other reasons. It's unfortunate, but if you notice, there has been a trend of different associations going on strike and lamenting their poor welfare just immediately after the cash and house gifts that were given to the Super Falcons. A lot of these associations believe that they deserve it more. But yes, we should be taking care of our healthcare workers, shouldn't we?
For me, what the Falcons they deserve it. Because it's not easy, it is a feat. But that does not mean that the other people should not be encouraged and appreciated, most especially health workers, because health is wealth. So those who provide it should be treated very well. But remember, some time ago, Tinubu made a statement. Tinubu made a declaration when he was told that doctors are moving out of Nigeria en masse. What did Tinubu say? He said, let them go, we'll train others. That was what Tinubu said. Let the doctors go, they will train others. Tinubu doesn't know how much it takes to train a doctor. He doesn't know how much it takes to train a doctor. For me, this is a warning, I'm against it. This warning, 10 days warning strike, the people that you are warning are deaf. They don't care. They don't care. And again, I have said, one of the ways they are going to shut down public hospitals. The rich don't use public hospitals. And I have said on different fora that the way to sanitize Nigeria is if you are appointed Minister of Health, your wife and your family must be using medical facilities in Nigeria. If you are appointed Minister of Education, your children must not school abroad. This should be written in the Constitution. because these guys saying that they are going to shut down public institutions, they don't. Those in Abuja don't go to public hospitals, which means they will still feel unconcerned. They will still feel unconcerned. But if it's in the constitution that if you are a minister in Nigeria, you must be using facilities in the country, all these things will stop. So they should try and stop them from going on strike. That's assuming they care, but I know that they don't care. Assuming they care, but I know that they don't care.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me on the World News at 12 today. I'd like to continue this conversation, but the time is fast spent and we need to go. You've talked about how we cannot separate our sentiments or separate our feelings from what we talk about, but still we have to be objective and give flowers when they are due.
If it's merited, but I've not seen any in APC.
In every single
mention one
House
thing.
of Reps member, nobody is doing well.
Mention one area
the local government chairman. His people love him. They say he's doing well.
What has he done?
Well, his people love him. Quite enough.
What has he done? Well. He might be sharing 5,000.
You don't want to believe that anything good can
happen. It could be Stockholm syndrome. People falling in love with their oppressors, as is happening in Imo State. So for me, whoever deserves praise, praise, I will praise. Whoever deserves condemnation, I'll condemn outright.
Thank you for joining me on the World News at 12 today. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
You have been listening to the World News at 12 right here on Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Just before we wrap up, let's take a look at the top stories again. You heard that a manhunt has intensified for a suspect who killed Trump ally Charlie Kirk. DSS arraigns Ansaru commanders for alleged terrorism. Nigerian doctors declare a 5-day nationwide warning strike. And EFCC releases Mele Kyari after interrogation. That is a wrap on the World News at 12. My name is Chioma Innocent. Please follow our social media handles at VOP903 FM. For coverage of your live event and brand news mentioned in our news bulletins, do send a mail to news@voiceofthepeople.ng. Good afternoon and thank you for listening. Stay tuned. Matters will be coming up by 1:30 p.m.
This is the station that gives you a voice.
How can you be jubilating when judgment has not been given? Meaning that you are bribing the judicial.
We see a lot of young Nigerians who are leaving the country in droves. They are running away to escape poverty.
Now, I'm looking at this issue and I think Nigerians should rise.
Many families and properties have been destroyed. Accountability is one of the things that is lacking in governance in this country.
Speak with no hindrance.
Chapter 4, Section 39 of the Nigerian Constitution, Right to Freedom of Expression and Press states, every person shall be entitled to the freedom of expression, including freedom to hold opinions and to receive and impart ideas and information without interfering.
Now you have a voice. Voice of the People, 90.3 FM.
The number one station of free.
The Voice of the People, 90.3 FM.
From the views on the street,
we go to bed empty hunger,
to the blaring horns of